How's it going there, boys? Alright, we're getting ready to go to Motorrama car show now that I'm done with Discovery Channel shoot, which will be this coming week, Supersize It week. I'm not sure what day. It's not Monday, but it's one of the other days. Anyway, we're about 2 weeks behind on working on Tankenstein because of this Black Widow monster trike, so I'm not going to get everything done on the tank that I wanted to. I wanted to put a gun mount on the back. Yeah, this is not happening. There's no time. Okay, so I went ahead and put a new cap and rotor and wires on it. It already has new plugs, and I knocked something out of whack, so we're not quite sure what I did. I could have knocked the distributor out, or I could have put the wires on one thing out. We're going to find out. We're going to take the breather off. We're going to pull number one plug out. We're going to put her up on 0 on the crankshaft here on the front harmonic balancer, and then we're going to look and see where that rotor is pointed on the cap, and we're going to take note of rotation of the distributor rotor when we get the cap off. That's very important to know which way to go with your wires. Alright, now these small block Chevys are always written on the intake here, the firing order. Alright, I'll take this plug out here. And she's wet like it's flooded. You can see it's wet, so it's flooded out a little bit. So okay, you got all these off. We're going to unplug the distributor, the power wire out of there, and careful with the pickup coil, the pickup wires here. You can break the tabs off, and then they'll just fall out when you're driving it. That's not good either. Okay, that's off. Okay, let's pick the cap up. Now, all we're going to look for is rotation of the distributor. So I don't really need to pull it right up. I just need to know which way it's turning. Let me get you guys in for a better look. Okay, you're not going to be able to see this. I'm going to take this finger here. I'm going to stick it in the spark plug hole. Don't worry, you can't hurt yourself. I'm going to try to reach over. It's going to be difficult. Try to look at the distributor at the same time. Bunt it over till you hear a psst. Or like that. We're on compression stroke. Number one is now on compression. But I need to know rotation, because I can't see the distributor for where I'm standing. That sucks. Okay, it's going clockwise. Alright, the next step. Alright, so it's going to be hard to see. You got to look between the water pump and down here. And there's a tab, and I'll go from the front here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's a tab in there with a little circle thingy hanging down. There's a line, you can see right there on distributor. Clean that off and make sure that line is on the 0. We're going to be able to show you guys or not. Low light here. It's probably not going to be able to see that. And we're pretty damn close to 0 right there. So, we come back over here and look on your cap. Number one, the rotor is pointed this way. So, we'll put the cap back on. Make sure this wire goes down to number 1. Alright, so the distributor is probably out of time a little bit. It should still run and start on 0. So what else could it be? Well, that spark plug was fouled, and it's not uncommon because the wires I took off were hanging all over. They were put on there temporary, but I never tied them back good enough, and all the bounce around. Some of them were burned on the manifolds. Anyway, so we got this zipped up. These are not the right wires for this, so I have to get creative where I run them so they don't burn on anything. So I'm going to go ahead and start it up, and we'll see. When I put the distributor cap on the first time, I had a little bit of water in it. I tried to dry it up because it was sitting in the tank. So I got a lot of work to do this week. I got to clean this hull out. I clean this every year. I keep it covered, and we still get all kinds of leads. I just noticed that my water pump is leaking. You can see it on the harmonic balancer there. It's not good. I don't know if I have time to put one on it this week. I still have a lot of work to do on the trailer. We got to put 3 more lights on the back. We just put all new lights and wires on it. Okay, let's crank this up, see what happens. Alright, here goes nothing. I'm going to try to fill the vent full of gas first. This will fill the float bowl of the carburetor. It may have water in the fuel too. I'm not sure yet. Kick the choke on. Still hear a misfire going on there. I may have to put a different carburetor. I'm not sure. I rebuilt this one, but doesn't mean it's any good now. I just thought I forgot. Gotta check my firing order. Let's go do that next. Alright, I skipped the procedure. The firing order on the GM, most of the time they're on the older ones, they're right on the intake. And the intake's stamped 1, 3, whatever, down the side. So it's 1, 8, 4, 3, something. Anyway, you can see the numbers down there. We're gonna check the wires on the cap because it sounds like I have something out of whack here. You can hear it popping here and over there, so I probably have two mixed up. Alright, so my firing order is all correct. 184 something or other, it's all down there anyway. I just checked it, and the rotation is right. It's running like a bag of crap, like it's still misfiring. I'd probably maybe flood it before I fouled some plugs, or fuel is bad. Now you wouldn't think it would run at all. I don't see any water in the fuel filter down there, and yes, the hull is very clean, dirty, and it needs to be cleaned. I could drain the fuel. Carburetor could be messed up, or could have jumped the timing on the timing chain. We'll narrow it down. We're gonna get it running, let it run for a bit, see how it runs. Maybe it'll clear out. Doubt it, but we'll try it. All right, you can still hear it misfiring. Popping a bit. It's on this side, this bank here somewhere. I'm gonna warm up some more. Yeah, and you see valve covers are leaking now. It may be time to pull this engine out and put that 400 small block in there inside of here. Well, we'll see. I need to get working for Wednesday for a photo shoot, and it's got to go to the car show, so it has to run. The other possibility, it's like an old 305, so maybe the camshaft shot. It could be a very good possibility. Usually when you rev them though, they'll pop out of the carburetor if that happens. So I'll get it running some more and we'll get it warmed up here. Alright, so next step I think is going to put the timing light on it. It seems to run a bit better, but it's still not running 100%. You hear it crackling out of the left side exhaust there. Alright, so she's running a bit better. She's got a little popping noise coming out of the driver's side of the engine, so it's probably not firing right. It's just the way the exhaust is shaped, but I doubt it. It pops, pop once in a while. But it's an old 305, so it could be the cam starting to go. Who knows? It's running better anyway, so next up I gotta clean this hull out of here. This is nuts. I clean this every year, like I said. Y'all don't believe me, but it leaves covered up. It's not good. What a mess around here. I need a shop, guys. I don't know when, but I'm gonna get one. Alright, so I'm gonna put fresh fuel in it just in case, and we're gonna try to take it for a test drive. I gotta get ready for Wednesday. Outrageous Acts of Science is coming to have a look, and I already warned them. They want to see tank drifting. I said, we're starting to get plus weather. If the ground thaws out, it's going to get too much traction. It's not going to be able to slide it. In order to drift the tank, I have to get it sideways a bit first and then on the gas. So if I can't get it sideways, it might not drift. So anyway, too much traction is not good. Maybe I can run a car over. I don't know. Anyway, guys, Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And I'll see you March 10th, 11th, and 12th at Motorrama Car Show. Talk to you later. Bye.